Good morning. Today we're going to be learning about rational equations. Rational equations are equations that are fractional and they have variables in the denominator. The main thing that is different than a regular equation is that we're going to have some domain restrictions. So let's go through the steps of solving a rational equation with these two examples. First, you need to completely factor the denominators. That's already done with problem number 1. The second step is to determine the domain restrictions. So for this problem, let's determine what the domain cannot be, and it cannot have division by 0. So therefore I cannot have 2a plus 7 cannot equal 0. And if I solve that, I get a is not equal to negative 7/2. And I also know that a plus 5 cannot equal 0. So a cannot equal negative 5. Now let's try to solve the problem. What we're going to do first is to try to clear the fractions. So I'm going to multiply by the least common denominator, which is 2a plus 7 times a plus 5. And I'm going to multiply that times the entire equation. Now, the next step is I go ahead and multiply. I will have both of these left, since there is nothing to cancel in the denominator for the first term. Coming to this term, I see that the 2a's plus 7 will cancel, and what's left over is a plus 5 times 6a minus 1. And coming to the last term, the a plus 5's cancel, and what we're left with is 2a plus 7 times 22. Now we've got to do some multiplication. So let's see, first I will multiply these two binomials together. I'll FOIL. I get 2a squared plus 10a plus 7a is plus 17a plus 35, and then that is all multiplied still by 3. So now I'll multiply by the 3 and I get 6a squared plus 51a plus 105 equals 6a squared minus a plus 30a is plus 29a minus 5. And then last, I just need to distribute the 22, so that's 44a plus 154. Now that we've got everything multiplied out, let's try to simplify. Well, that's rather convenient. The 6a squareds cancel from each side. And then if I could go ahead and put together 51a plus 105 equals 29 plus 44. Let's see, that is 73a plus 149. Continuing over here, I get negative 22a, right? If I subtract the 73a from each side, then subtract 105 from each side, and I'm left with 44. Divide, and I'm left with a equals negative 2. Now, there's always one step that you need to do with these problems is to go back. This is your proposed solution, a equals negative 2. Check that it is not one of the restrictions. No, a is negative 2 is not one of these two restrictions, so it is a good answer. So I am complete.